Hey guys, welcome back to Fruitopia. Wow, have I got an awesome video for you guys today after all the rain. So it's looking more like the tropics now, guys, than cold and miserable, dry, windy and ugly Melbourne, right? That's why, once again, I remind you guys to get into gardening with a tropical twist to it, right? Not gardening with a traditional British or French or German way, right? With just roses. I mean, if you like that, that's fine. It's up to you. But for me, the tropical is unsurpassed. We just had 20 millimeters of rain after having 40 millimeters of rain last week, right? So it's adding up, guys. The month of December, we had a record rainfall, like 109 millimeters. Can you believe that? It's unheard of. That's more like the tropics than Victoria. So the rain just stopped, and I'm gonna film for you guys. And you can see here the weight of the rain pushed down this lily in the driveway, right? That was very erect yesterday. So it's just too much weight from the rain. Anyhow, let's begin. There's a lot of suckers here that have come up. They love rain. Like when it rains, it like sends a signal to all the suckers, whatever they are, lilies, bananas, to just go pop. Like they pop like mushrooms. So look at this, right down to the smallest. And in here there's something going on too. There's two of them actually. And one there and a couple back here. So I've got to remove all these suckers over the next week. Otherwise, it's going to get in our way. That is the jackfruit wants to have this area all to itself. Now, when I say this area, I don't mean up here. I'm talking about down there where the roots are. Right, and as you can see here, this is an old banana that I cut down, which will be producing, there you go, which will be producing suckers over time. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you want the roots here to be able to spread of the jackfruit without these guys being in the way. Look how close it is. Jackfruit, banana pulp. So that's got to go. Yeah, so the mangoes are growing nicely. It's unfortunate that we lost that one that I pulled off by mistake. So we're down to 3, probably 2, because that one up there doesn't look like it's going to be going anywhere. It's ready to fall off. So only 2 Glen mangoes, maybe 1. So this is how the garden looks, guys, after all night rain and warm, humid temperatures of around 18 Celsius and 80% humidity. As you can see, the vegetables are popping too. These ones have gone to seed. I've got to pull these out. These lettuce and silver beet has gone to seed. Chard, you guys call it chard in America. But the coriander has gone to seed. See how quick things moved through springtime? I planted all this in spring, and at the beginning to the middle of summer, it's already finished. I've got to replant. But the okra, guys, the okra has taken off nicely. We had a couple of casualties. I don't know what caused it. This one here was a casualty, right? The stem is still fine. but it was on the ground. It had fallen over with a little okra. Look at it. Look at this, guys. Okra. This is also known as bamia in other parts of the world. I'm getting flies all over me. Or bindi. I think they call it bindi in India. So yeah, I don't know what happened to this. I don't know who knocked this over, but I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully it recovers. But check it out, guys, how beautiful the okra looks. It's one of my favorite vegetables. Very expensive, just like everything. And the corn has come along nicely. Check it out. Oh, the flies are attacking me. Wow. It's because one of my hands is in use. The kangkong water spinach has been waiting for both rainfall and heat. This is a heat-loving spinach, and it hasn't been hot, guys. So the reason I made this video is to show you something very unusual is going on with our climate here, and it's not what the experts said. The experts said what's going to happen is it's going to get hotter. No, it's not getting hotter. Not here. Not in Melbourne, it's not. Here it's getting cooler. At least over summer. Summer is getting cooler, and our winters are getting warmer. So we've got squash here coming up. The golden nugget pumpkins or squash, right? I fertilized all the beds in the garden yesterday before the rain. Fertilized with compost. I use compost, guys. Premium organic compost. These are butter beans that are flowering, right? Look how quickly and easily they dry out. See the leaves, how dry they are? Just because the soil got dry for like one day. Look, for one day, the soil got dry. This soil in here, in there, and it freaked out. Wow, well, it got a lot of rain today. Look how much water these beans need. Okay, so there's the first beans I can see coming now. There they are. Oh, we have a chopper overhead. Oh, yeah, I'm directly underneath a flight path. Yeah. So, yeah, we're getting our first butter beans. Eggplants have started to form. There's 3 varieties of eggplant. The long type have formed it on the other side of the back there. I have to go on the other side to show you that. The big fat ones are in the front. They haven't formed yet. Pomegranate starting to take shape. Corn, zucchinis. We've been picking zucchinis here every few days. I picked one yesterday. There's another one there that will be picked soon. Right? Another pomegranate. The wampy is happy, shooting up. The black sapote. I got potted bananas that I need to remove the suckers. See all the suckers that need to go out? See these? They have to come out, guys. I got to get my knife and rip them out. And I could put them on Gumtree and sell them, but I don't do that. Look at all these suckers that have to go. They have to go. This is dwarf Cavendish. All these potted bananas are dwarf Cavendish. The Florigon still hasn't moved. It's on the cusp. It's really teasing me. Right? It's really teasing me. See these 2 or 3 little bumps? They've been like that for almost a month. The whole month of December, just on hold, waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. But the good news is it's alive and healthy, unlike the early gold that's a goner. That's a goner. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And by the way, I'm gonna put papaya there. I'm getting papaya next week from Dailies, so that'll be an experiment up against the fence. One papaya there. Remember I told you I'm getting 4. I'm gonna put them throughout different places in the garden and see what works best. Okay, this is the Kensington Pride seedling, which is flowering in January, guys. Too late. It's way too late to be flowering. Come on, guy, what are you doing? You're meant to be doing this in October, November. Mid to late spring, not middle of summer. Guys, the reason I'm saying this is because it gets cold here in April. The first cold comes in April, right? And that's not too far away. That's only 3 months away. In 3 months, I won't be able to dress like this or undress. Right? And if I can't take my clothes off, if I need a jumper or a sweatshirt, guess what that means? It means he needs a sweatshirt too. Right? That's how it works, guys, with tropicals. We're not talking about pineapple guava. Guava doesn't need a jumper. This doesn't need a jumper. This is cold, very cold tolerant. But mango isn't. Mango is not cold tolerant at all. Unless, you know, it's fully established, like a 10-year-old tree that's, you know, up to there. Then it can take temperatures down to -2 Celsius. All right, so yeah, that's coming along nicely. The Kensington Pride seedling. It's also got some new growth there. And some more little fruitlets. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple of fruit from this. I'm just after a 2 fruit. Just 2, I'll be happy with 2. These 2 look good on either side. Get rid of this one. Right? Get rid of all those. And get rid of all these. Okay, next is the Valencia. Is that the Valencia Pride? Guys, again, memory. Yeah, it is. So Valencia Pride is coming along nicely. I don't know why its leaves got curly like this, but it's very healthy. What do curly leaves mean, guys? What does it mean on a young mango when they curl up like that? Is that some kind of stress? Come on, guys. I need to know why it's stressing like that. Why it's stressing. We've got all this rain. Temperature is around 18 to 28 Celsius. And nighttime is 12 to 18 Celsius. So it's not exactly ice cold. It's just mild to warm, which is adequate, guys. That's a mandarin. See how I walk past citrus? We don't give it much attention, or pineapple guava, because these are easy here, guys. Some of you, I've talked to a few of you guys in Austria, in Scotland, and in Belgium, right? These are hard work for you guys, trying to get citrus and pineapple guava to work outdoors. Almost impossible. Well, guess what? Here it's super easy. These are so easy to grow here in my climate. Any citrus and any of the cool climate guavas. Not true guava. That's not a true guava. This is a false guava, right? But still delicious. And yet you guys have problems trying to grow this in Central Northern Europe. Not here. Too easy. Okay. Now this one is hard for me. See, this tree here is what citrus is for you. This is easy for me and impossible for you. But this little guy here is borderline to grow for me. It's called the acerola. This does great if you're in the tropics. Central America, Guyana. I had a guy from Guyana message me yesterday. He says you can grow apples by removing all the leaves. Really? Wow, I've never heard that before. Guyana is full on steamy, like a steam bath. And you can grow apples? Wow, it's a miracle. This is the Manila mango, which seems to be dropping. I didn't need to put the bags on. The fruitlets are falling off. See how it's rotted? How it's gone brown? There you go. Thank you. Goodbye. So, they're falling off, guys. I didn't need to put a bag on here. See that? That's gone. Yep, there he goes. He fell off too. This one looks promising. This one here. That one's gonna fall off. Here, let me help you. Goodbye. Yep. He fell off. This one's gonna fall off. That one's a maybe. He's gonna fall off. And up there, he's gonna fall off, and he's gonna fall off. So it looks like the tree managed itself without me doing too much intervention. I hope I get one. I want one mango from the carabao. I want that one. And then we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, the tree is doing great. It hasn't had a flush yet. No flush of new growth. We don't want just fruit. We want the tree to grow. It's trying to do something down here on the rootstock, which I keep removing. See that? You don't want that on a grafted mango tree. So I'm removing the new growth on the rootstock. Get away. Look, see how it's coming? See these guys here? Yeah, so, and down at the bottom, it's trying to push growth in the wrong area. I wanted to push growth up here, up on the graft, guys, and it's not doing that. So, I can smell mango on my thumb from pinching the growth there. See, there's more suckers that I need to remove. See how much work there is? I just put the knife in there. I use a bread knife to cut them out and then mulch. Like chop and drop. The Hillary White Atemoya or custard apple is looking great. It's getting a lot of shade though from this white Shatut mulberry, which I chainsawed last year and let it come back from this side here. There were two of them, and I removed that one, and we're left with this one now. The reason why I didn't completely remove this tree, guys, is for a couple of reasons. One, shade. Shade mean, I don't mean shade like I don't want these trees to get burnt. Not that kind of shade. Because these are all sun-loving trees, all of these, the citrus, the custard apple, the banana, everything here is heat loving. The shade I'm after is microclimate. Microclimate means keep the humidity in. Keep the humidity in. Do a little protection from the sun when it's really hot. And it doesn't look like we're going to get those hot temperatures anymore, guys. I think it's completely turned around here in Melbourne. By the way, we used to get between 30 and 40 Celsius every other day during the months of December, January, February. Traditionally, I'm talking about the last 20 to 30 years. So if you just arrived in Melbourne last year, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the last 30 to 40 years. That's how summer was here. It was super dry. Forget about these 20, 30 millimeters of rain in December and January. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. So now it looks like we're getting more tropical. Melbourne's becoming more tropical. That means more humidity, more rain, more lower temperatures in summer. That's what that means. So this guy is here as a microclimate tree. Microclimate. That's why he's here. And the second reason is chop and drop. Great chop and drop. Now the fruit, if we get fruit, we get fruit. That's the last reason, and I really don't care. Right? I really don't care, guys. If we get any white Shatut, Pakistan white mulberries, I planted another one of these trees in the backyard, and that's the one I'm gonna be getting my fruit from. There's the Bowen seedling mango. It's coming up really nice. It took its time. It took its bloody time to wake up, right? There it is there. Can you see how tropical everything is looking? This is the Paxton prolific custard apple, or atemoya, which is flowering but hasn't set any fruit yet. These set fruit at the end of summer. So at the end of February, beginning of March, we'll have some fruitlets on this Paxton prolific custard apple. So I have to wait another 2 months. I'm not going to do hand pollinating. I've tried that. Didn't work, guys. Didn't work for me. Very annoying. I see a couple of open flowers there that I could easily put a brush to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, the point is, it's getting more and more tropical. That's the Vernon white sapote, which is a monster now. It's like 3.5 to 4 meters wide and 3 meters tall, and I keep butchering at the top always. Otherwise, it would be 5 meters by now if I didn't do that. The Indian white guava has started to set some fruit, right? It's got all its new foliage, brand new coat. There's a couple of old leaves left from last year, but mostly fully dressed now. See how I removed everything from the bottom? I want it open at the bottom, guys. I don't want a shrub. I want my guavas to look like trees. I want all my trees to look like trees. Same with that white sapote, look. See, when it tries to get bushy, keeps trying. It keeps trying, guys. Keeps trying. I don't allow it. There. So, I want a tree. I want a tree. This is the Hawaiian Supreme. My favorite white sapote, which you guys always ask me, what's my favorite? This one is. Because of the taste. It's got a brown sugary taste. Crunch. It's got like a brown sugar, crunchy texture. So, where are we? What else? Over there's the lemon gold, white sapote. That's the most prolific of all. Not my favorite tasting. It's okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7 or an 8. This one, it's crazy. It's got too many. We're gonna have to freeze these for ice cream. We're vegan, right? Both of us are vegan. And what we do, because we don't eat dairy, we freeze. What we do is we put these guys into a blender, and then we freeze it. And we have white sapote ice cream whenever we wish. Because you can't eat all these fresh. It's impossible. There's like 300 fruit here. How are we gonna eat 300 fruit between 2 people? Huh? Impossible, right? So there'll be enough ice cream there for over a year. Yeah, so about a 7 or 8 out of 10 for taste. The Hawaiian Supreme, it's a 10 out of 10, guys. But it's not prolific. It's only holding like a dozen fruit. One branch on the lemon gold has a dozen fruit. So this is the one you want. If you want amazing results as far as gee, guys, bounty, right? Bounty. It's too much, but it's good. It's good. Oh, by the way, the scale has mostly gone. There's still a little bit of scale left. Looks like what I did back in late October worked. It's because most of the leaves dropped, and all these new leaves came, and all the new leaves are mostly scale free. Mostly. Not perfect, but I'm monitoring it every single day, and it's gone backwards instead of forwards. Okay, this is the Starling White Guava. This is a true guava, not a feijoa. And last year I got the first fruit. Very nice. It's seedless, so you don't get those little seeds that break your teeth. And it's getting ready to set its first guava, and there's the second one coming there. Now you might ask me, can you please repeat the name? If I find the tag, I will. Where's the tag gone? I've lost the tag. Wow, tag's gone. I wonder what happened to the tag. Anyway, starling. Oh, there's a passion fruit. The starling, guys, sweet, seedless, much sweeter than the Indian white. Okay, some of you have asked me about the passion fruit. This is the sweet lilikoi. Look at the size of the leaves compared to the Panama red. See the difference? There's two vines here growing together. So far we've only had fruit from the red Panama, this one, but not from the sweet lilikoi. So we're waiting for the sweet lilikoi to fruit. It's intertwined in there into the red Panama. So we're waiting, guys. You've asked me a couple of times. All I can say is nothing yet. There it is there. I don't have the grenadilla. I've got this one, the sweet lilikoi. Okay, that's the one I'm growing. Okay, the lemon guava. You've already seen this on a recent video, so I'm going to skip that. That's over 3 meters now and totally loaded and flowering. The gurumichama, which you saw recently as well. There's another batch in there that we're going to pick soon. The pomelo. We had a few fruit drop, so I thought we were going to get like 30 fruit, but we're not. They fell, unfortunately. There they are there. So it looks like we're only going to get a dozen pomelos next year, which is pretty good. We've never had that many. We usually get 3 or 4 or 5, so it'll be cool to get 20 on the Namuroi. Back to the Hawaiian Supreme white sapote. This little guy here is the aman. I made a boo-boo here. See how the tree is half the tree is missing? It's because I accidentally cut off half the tree. See that? I cut that. That was silly. The reason I cut it, guys, is because it was growing into the wall, that branch. It was like going from here to there. So I cut it off, and now it's like half the tree's gone. But it's all right. It's growing back. I didn't want it to grow towards the house, but to come out. That's the aman. I haven't tasted this one yet, so hopefully it flowers and fruits for us this year in 2024. The Taiso lychee. We're down to 1 fruit now. This one's going to fall off. It's turned brown, so that's ready to fall off. Whereas this one is still green and huge. So that's all right. It's only a young tree. Oh well, it's not young. It's young here for me because I just planted it 3 months ago. The Indian white guava again. It's bursting with flower buds. Opening, that is. The flower buds are opening. See them there? Ready to open. It's beautiful. This is the kumquat. Got some bananas back there too next to our bathroom. That's our bathroom. This is a mandarin tree. The Japanese mandarin. It's fully loaded. It's got over 50 fruit. I think it's a dwarf. So we've got a lot of bananas up there. I have to remove some of these suckers. See how many suckers there are? Way too many. Look at this. Monstrosities, guys. Wow. Huh? How tropical is that? Doesn't get more tropical than this, guys, for a cool climate. Okay, so that's the plum cot, which has gone back to dormancy. More bananas here, a bunch of bananas there, which you've seen already. If you haven't, that's a nice rack. The jackfruit, the black gold, is doing something. As soon as that rain came in the last day, look what happened. Look what the rain did, and the humidity. That wasn't there last week. Look at that. That's why in the tropics these take off, because they have humidity, rain and heat for half the year. We don't have that here, guys. We don't have 6 months of humidity, heat and rain. Are you kidding me or what? We're lucky to have 6 days of humidity, heat and rain. The shepherd deck is still doing nothing there. The Sophia cherry moya is growing sideways. It hasn't decided to shoot out left on the left side yet. The volunteer avocado seedling from the compost is growing really well inside these bananas. I did not plant this, so we have a volunteer avocado in that clump. I've bagged a lot of the plums because the birds started eating them. We lost 10. We lost 10 plums to bird bites. They didn't even eat the fruit. They just peck a little hole, and then to the next plum, right? I didn't bag all of them, right? I bagged like half the plums. This is the Coe's Golden Drop, I think it's called. Very sweet. It's similar to the green gauge, but it's golden color instead of green. Right? Oop, one fell here. That's all right. It'll ripen off the tree. Okay, and there's a couple of more. Prunes. Oh, and over here, look at this. A 1-year-old plum tree, and it's set almost a dozen fruit. Right? In the first year. Guys, I kid you not. Look. Very easy to get stone fruit results here. Very, very, very easy. Unlike this canistel. Oh my gosh. The good news is though, after dropping all its old leaves last week, it's starting to push out new growth at the top. So that's a great sign. All is not lost. See that? At the top here? So it's finally decided to be good and quit the sucking. That's the Vista white sapote, which has humongous size fruit. That's the Chompogo lychee, which isn't doing much, but it's looking healthy. That's what counts. Stay alive, stay green, and grow when you're ready to. The sapodilla is looking really good, right? Probably the best out of all the sapodillas I have. I've got 3 of them, right? That's the one I got from Vu. All these tropicals here I got from Vu back in October. The Mamey sapote is very happy. Check it out. Huh? Doesn't that remind you of the green sapote? Beautiful. And it's pushing a lot of growth on the side. Right? Yeah, very, very nice. This is gonna be, this and the next one are gonna be my main challenges. Oh, and the abu, which I'm gonna show you in a bit. This mamey sapote, that sour sop, which has got a lot of new flush as well, everywhere. It's coming along nicely with a new coat of leaves. This soursop, the mamey sapote, and these two abu are going to be my biggest challenge here in my climate over winter. And when I say winter, guys, I'm talking May to September. May to September. That's the period. So how long is that? May, June, July, August, September. That's 5 months of wish me luck. There you go. We had one of the banana leaves here drop. I've got to cut that off. That's the other abu. This one is doing a little better. That's why I got two, just in case I got unlucky with one. So as you can see, it's doing fine, but very, very slow growing, because we haven't had any decent tropical conditions until yesterday and today, or last week we had some too. But guys, it's one day here, one day there. It's spotty. It's spotty. It's not consistent. And abu wants consistent humidity. Jackfruit wants consistent heat. And soursop wants consistent rain. Warm rain, not cold, icy cold rain. This is sugar. Sugar grows very easily here. It's like a weed. Another cherry moya. This is the white, one of two whites that I have. It's doing nice. Seems to be flowering too. Where are we? Right. Where was it? Right there. Hard to see, guys. Hard to see. Right there. Yeah, that little guy there. It's hard to... there's another one there. So there's a couple of potential fruit coming. But I'm not pollinating these. I'm letting it do everything on its own. Fig. Purple guava. Getting ready to set fruit or flower. Right? This is like the lemon guava. Except it's purple instead of yellow. This guy here. The Ben-Hur, again, didn't do much this year. I don't know what's up with it. That's a 12-year-old pomegranate. The same with the Elch over there. Didn't do anything. I don't know what's up with these two pomegranates here. It's got one flower hanging here, or fruit, set of fruit there. It dropped like 100 flowers. There's another potential fruit. Nope, see how it drops off? That's what's been going on. Yep, so I don't know what's up with the those two big boys. The carob, I pruned the bottom. Again, I want a tree, not a shrub. So I got rid of the bottom part of the tree. All this area here, I cleared it. I cleared it, guys. And there's all the cuttings there under the cherry moya. So now we're waiting for it to flower. I don't see any flowers yet. It's got new growth right there. So new growth here. Yeah, we're waiting. The Maya lemon is doing wonderful. The Suruga persimmon. The Mexican cream guava. is starting to flower. Oh, and it's already set fruit here. Finished flowering. Another flower there. And that's the Wilson white sapote. I hacked it. I might remove that center branch there. It's not serving any purpose. The red Chateau mulberry is finished for the season. It might come back in autumn and give us a second flush. The lemonade has fully come back to life. Papaya. I've got 2 papaya here. Someone wrote a good way of getting these to grow is to remove the lower branches once it starts taking off. So I'm gonna start doing that. Have you guys heard of that? Have you guys heard of that? Or is that just a myth? Like, am I silly for doing this? There you go. It helps to induce growth at the top by removing the lower branches. I do that with my bananas, by the way, and it does help. I've actually noticed a difference with the bananas when you remove the lower leaves. Those lower leaves, see the yellow ones? When you get rid of those. Okay, so I got 2 in there. They've been there for 3 months. That's 3 months of nothingness. We haven't had any heat. Consistent heat. 1 day of 30 here and 1 day of 30 there is not consistent heat. Doesn't count, guys. It doesn't count for tropicals. It counts for citrus. Citrus and mulberry says, wow, thank you. I don't want consistent heat. I'll take anything you got. These guys, they're not fussy. This is the Hachia persimmon, which is pushed out a lot of new growth. Dwarf mandarin, the imperial. It appreciated the rain. It's been struggling to take off, but it's green. All right. I think I've covered the whole yard. Oh no, I haven't gone in there yet. Where the other cherry moya is, the other white cherry moya in the middle. That one there, that's the main one. And the 2 avocados, the bacon and the shepherd. And behind them I've got the dragon fruit. I still haven't made a video on the dragon fruit. Oh man, it's so busy. I've been busy, guys. It's like a full-time job. The pumpkin. Another fig in there. And this is the Tonga hybrid banana. Doing great. See how I feed it? Chop and drop. Look. Chop and drop. The banana. The same with avocados. Look at the chop and drop here. Wow. Look what's going on here under the bacon. There's the jeez. The mango. What do you call it again? Sweet tart. I got tart, but I didn't get the sweet. I forgot the sweet part. It's looking really good, guys. It's very green and very lush. Remember, this one was freaking out the day I planted it from Ross Creek, I think it was. Wasn't happy at all. It's made a full recovery. Now we're waiting for some growth. And dwarf ducasse at the back there. Look at it. It's loving it. And all these guys up there. I don't know what variety that is. I think that's Goldfinger, my main variety here at Fruitopia. And the shepherd. No fruit on the avocados because they're only in their 2nd year. Look, it's almost 4 meters in 2 years. So once again, you don't need to be in the tropics to grow white sapote, avocado, mango. Mango is slow though here. It's best to get a cheat tree with a mango. A cheat tree is a tree that's already fruiting, 5-6 years old. With avocado, you don't need a cheat tree. All right, guys. I think that's it. We're done here in the front yard. Yeah. One guy said I could spend all day in your garden. Of course you can. That's what I do. I'm just thankful that I don't have a 9-to-5 job that I have to go to. I'd hate to come home to my garden at 6 p.m. Right, have dinner, get 10 minutes of 10 minutes of my garden, and then the day's over. I'm so thankful that I can come out here in the morning when I wake up and stay out here until dinner time. Guys, what a freaking luxury. And all those jet setters flying around from one part of the world to the other in their high-rise apartments and their Rolex watches, driving their fancy cars, they don't even know, let alone have, forget about having, they don't even know about all these wonders that we're enjoying as gardeners, right? For whatever reason. Either they're too busy or too invested or too conditioned into doing what they're doing, thinking that they're going to get to the top. We're going to get to the top. And then when I get to the top, guys, you know what happens, don't you? They're on these meds to keep them alive. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Over and out. We're done. And we're going to do a part 2 of the back after the rains. Happy New Year. Happy 2024, which I haven't said yet. I've been too busy to even wish you a Happy New Year. I wanted to show you the eggplant. I've got 3 varieties of eggplant. Oh, here they are. I've never had eggplant before in the beginning of January. These are the long finger shaped eggplants. This is aubergine. Isn't that cool? So we have little eggplants. Only a month into summer, which again I've never seen before. Look at all these flowers. Wow, we're gonna have a bumper crop of eggplants. And that's what eggplant looks like that. Some of you don't understand my speech, or I talk too fast or whatever. All right, guys, we're done. I'm waiting for these potted bananas to fruit as well. See how I've pushed them in between the trees? Got to remove those pups though. Too many pups. Dwarf Cavendish. And all those pups get mulched. They don't go onto Gumtree. I'd love to share them and give them away to people, but it's more trouble than it's worth. Trust me. I've already been there and done that. People are nasty on Gumtree and Marketplace. It's like, wow, what cutthroat, nasty people. That's why I don't do any business, guys. Okay, over and out. We're done. See you from the backyard. Bye, guys.